Okay, I'm trying to use liquid polymer clay, Kato's. I cut this pattern out of Talbot's catalog, probably an old one, and covered it really good with Kato liquid clay. As you can see, the shiny bit. A couple of divots there. Maybe I'll go over it with a paintbrush. Should be self-leveling though. I don't want any thin spots, so that's what I'm going to do. And then what I'll do when it's cured, you can see the shape of the dress. I cut out the hands. What I will do is cure it. Then I'll put it out of the oven, put it in cold water or water, wait until the paper on the back softens, and then wipe all the paper off. And I should be left with a printed liquid polymer sheet that kind of looks like this. It should look exactly like this. But it will be usable. I can cut it in pieces and add it to my polymer clay work, and it will be 100% polymer clay. So there won't be any paper left, just the ink that transferred. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, here it is out of the oven. I have washed the paper off the back and have torn the piece because it was so exceptionally thin. But look at the pattern, and anything that was very light will be brightened up by a white background. So if I don't put it on white, I may not get the best results. For example, here's some white paper that's not quite as white, but the white tile, that it's really translucent. You can actually see through it. And talking about a skin, these are like as thin as skin would be. But look at how beautiful the pattern is. And I could easily just put these on white clay. Doesn't look like much when I hold it in my hand because it's getting the pink color of my skin and all of the light spots. But when you put it on white, it becomes a white tile. You can see how crisp and vibrant it is. So, I mean, I really did put the thinnest coat on that, but it picked up all that beautiful patterning. And I know I can make something out of this. I love it. It's 100% polymer clay, except for the inks that have been transferred from my catalog onto this liquid polymer clay. So it's kind of a fun thing to do because, I mean, other than getting a cane, which would take a great deal of clay and certainly a lot of work, I've got these beautiful colors and patterns. And yeah, I might just do this again. Now, when you make it as thin as I made it, which is still what I want, you know, you run the risk of having it tear when you have it in the water. By the way, here's some of my little sparklies out of my UV resin. And anyway, back to what I was trying to say is you run the risk of it tearing, which it did. But I don't care because I can still use it. What I was looking for, oh yeah, is the catalog that I was using. Yeah, I cut that dress right out of this page, but I can put liquid clay on that. These are some pretty patterns. I can put it, obviously this the print quality is good enough. I could probably get that as a straight piece. I would try to look for something that didn't have the pleats in it, but you know, you could probably work with that. So nothing. Oh, this is that same pattern in a perfectly flat piece. I may try to get that one as well. Yep. Oh, and there's a shirt, so I could lift some of those pieces off and get a little bit more of that same pattern. By the way, to show you how old this is, okay, it says April 23rd to May 6th, but what is the year? I do not know. Can I tell? Oh yeah, it is. It's not as old as I thought because it was this year's catalog. But really, I think the ink transfers regardless. So if you really want to try something different, I mean, you really can transfer. I'm looking for a pattern, and if you have a white background in your pattern, see, there's another bit of that shirt, which I like, but I'm going to go for that one as well because I really like it. But I'm just looking through the catalog, and you could lift that, so you can transfer these images, and as you could see, they come out looking quite as vivid as that if you put it on white clay. I really do love the plaid. Anyway, just almost any fashion magazine. Now there's a interesting pattern too. I may try that one. I have some liquid clay out, or this pretty striped. Of course, it's easy to make a stripe out of clay, so that's not too hard. But patterns like the one I lifted, oh, that would lift beautifully too, but it's only one. I wouldn't. These are one-off kind of things. Obviously, you don't get to use these again. But look at the colors, and there's a plaid shoe. I may try to get that. And of course, your mileage may vary, as the saying goes, because but this one here, I don't know what those words are, but that they would be, you could make them so that they read as well. So tiny print, which I don't know how you could get it any other way. Let's see what that is. Let me see. Yeah, sea, a breeze, vacay, whatever. Those would actually transfer onto that liquid clay. And I have to tell you, oh, that would be a great one, wouldn't it? The liquid clay I have, which is, oh yes, I'm going to definitely do that one. Yeah, now that I've done it, that's going to be great. I will tell you, the Kato Poly Clay Liquid, there's another one that's kind of cool, and another one. I would go for the prints. I mean, there's no point in much doing the colors, but that print would be pretty, and as with that. But no point in doing solid colors, kind of defeats the purpose. But these prints would take, it would be difficult to get these prints any other way, unless you wanted to spend hours making a cane. And oh, that one's perfect. I am definitely going for that one. Unless you wanted to make a cane, and of course some people who like to sell things, that's very pretty as well. But it takes a good long time to make a cane. Plus, the thing I have found, if I don't get the colors exactly right in my cane, and I'm not always the best at that, and you make a cane, you end up with so much of it that you get tired of using it. Well, I'm definitely lifting that piece because I do like that. So just grab yourself a really nice catalog or a magazine and some liquid clay, and you can apply these wonderful patterns to your designs or whatever it is you're making. There's another one that's her problem. Anyway, I just wanted to share that in case anybody is interested. This one here, it would be just what I did before. I would cut the dress out, apply the liquid clay on top, put it on a tile, stick it in the oven to cure. Depending on how thick you make it. Now, if I took it out of the oven while it was thin and then put on another coat of the liquid clay, it would not tear as easy, and then cured that before I rubbed all the paper off the back with water, it would not tear. It would be a little thicker skin. But I really do like working with the very thin skins. Let me go back and show that piece again to you. So Sorry for walking you through my horrendous mess, but there they are. And they're not very big. Here's a piece of jewelry. I could easily, cut some of these out in this shape, or just a hint of it, or a piece of it. I think it's quite nice, and I know I couldn't. I mean, you could build a cane like that. There's no question about that. You really could. And if you love this pattern and you wanted to use it over and over and over again, then that would be certainly a nice way to go. But these pieces are totally clay, liquid clay, as thin as a piece of skin, pretty much. Not looking very good on your hands, but looking very crisp and nice when on white and white clay. All right, that's it for today.